Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland,
two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Jackson running again.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And that went to the right side and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Steelers at 7-9 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They run the option on second down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
They need 12 here. It's third down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. First and 10. Here's Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now Pickett. Quick completion here to Johnson.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here's Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Pickett. Open man. There's Darnell Washington.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down. And they pick it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2. Pickett back to throw.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's Miles Boykin who caps it with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and Andrews lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10. Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again. Pickett.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead, and he stopped immediately there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will stay put at 17.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Jackson on first down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Jackson.
And he'll go down at the 28. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things, not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for the Steelers,
they'll finish a game below 500 at 8-9 on the year.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Allen.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense.
Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. You look at this Buffalo defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Purdy.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. Achane.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
There he goes left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Allen again.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First down now, but that clock rolling. To the air, Allen.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
At have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down and 4. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Now Purdy. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. That time a 6-play drive.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And able to get this out to the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Allen.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Inside the 10.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick-6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
On the return is Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And here come the Bills.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Allen's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Again, it's Achane.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Allen and the Bills now down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Throwing, Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 64 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win is their 8th on the year. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they lose a tough one here to close out the regular season as they finish at 12-5. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.